Okay, welcome to the hints for day 2. We're talking about graphs and substitution. Um, Match your graphs with linear equations they represent. Okay, so you're going to compare these equations to the graph. So I would check a couple of points. Maybe when x is equal to 0, that's a good hint. So when x equals 0, what is the y value? And then if you plug in x equals 0 into either of these equations, you can pretty quickly see what the y value should be. So match up the correct equation with the correct line. So line 1 is either that equation or that equation. Line 2 is, of course, the one or the other. Okay, use the graphs to estimate a solution for x and y for the system of equations. So you're going to estimate a solution. A solution means when the two lines have equal value, which is going to happen right at the intersection point. So estimate that, both the x and the y value. And so check your estimates with the equation. So once you've come up with a number, check it with both equations. So does it make both equations true? Okay, so that's solving by graphing. So now you need to write up a system of linear equations that represents this system here. And again, you can jump back over into GeoGebra and graph those two equations and see where the intersection point is and check your estimate. So that's basically graphing, solving by graphing. Now we're going to talk about substitution. So when you can write the equation, right now it's in standard form. This is kind of a standard form thing. ax plus by equals some constant c. But if you can rearrange it to solve for one of the variables, so I move my ax over there, so you're going to rearrange the equation so that y is by itself. This one's a lot easier, right? I just subtract x from both sides and then I get y equals 18 minus x. And then if I take that and I substitute it into the other equation wherever I see a y, so I see a y right there, so I'm going to substitute this expression in for y, so it looks like this, 16x plus 10 times that whole quantity, 18 minus x equals 240. Then I solve this equation for x, so I have to do some distributive and combining like terms and then just solving for x in that way. So then you're going to solve for x. I'll explain each step of the so I kind of explained it right there. Then you'll solve the equation in step 3 for x. What does the x value tell you? Use that x value to find the y value that satisfies the original equation, so you substitute it back in and find out what the y value is. So how could you check your solution from step 5 above? Just think about, I've already got it to satisfy one of these equations, so if I can make it satisfy the other equation, it would make both equations true, so that would solve the system. Okay. So that's enough hints for today. So you're just going to be using substitution, solving for one of the variables, plug it into the other equation, or you can solve by graphing. Those are the two types of solution methods that we're talking about today.